try some wine from the cook. God bless you, sir.
What are you doing here, Goodman?
What does it look like? I'm handing out wine from my vineyard.
You're giving it away for free?
My vineyard is new, and the folks in this town are damn stubborn. So I figured I'd pour a cask or two into them, and maybe they'd get a taste for it. What about your good self? Would you like to try it?
Free wine? I'd be a fool to say no to that.
My thoughts exactly, Goodman. Here you are, to your health. I'm curious what you'll think of it.
Well, it's not the best wine I've ever had, but it'd do at a pinch.
Forgive me, Goodman, but say no more. In vino veritas, and the truth in my wine is that I'm a fool, an idiot whose wife is cuckolding him, whose children can't stand him, and even the dog pisses in his boots every morning. And my wine tastes like dog piss as well. I never should have bought that damned vineyard. If it wasn't for those fucking monks selling their wine everywhere they can, I might have a chance. Not like this.
Is there anything I could do to help you?
With the dog pissing in my boots? Well, I'm not sure. I tried sticking his snout in it, putting pepper in my boots, and nothing worked. Piss in my boots again the next morning.
I meant your business troubles.
Oh, I see. Maybe you could. If you're not from around here, that is.
No, I'm not.
Allow me to introduce myself. Caspar Rudolph, vineyard owner and a not very successful wine seller.
I'm Henry.
Maybe you could help me, Henry. I'm looking for someone who's not well known in Kuttenberg. Someone who can pretend to be someone else, if you know what I mean.
Sure, why not? If all you need is someone folk won't recognize.
The monks in Setlet's monastery make excellent wine. They call it the monastery secret. People can't get enough of it, and I can't figure out what their secret is. But I intend to find out.
Right. I understand what you want from me. But if it's a secret, it won't be easy.
No, it won't. But don't worry, I have a plan. The custodian of the monastery vineyard has a relative in town, an innkeeper called Havel. And this Havel is a real know-it-all when it comes to wine. He really likes to boast about it. If you were to pose as a sommelier who's just come back from abroad, I'm sure he'd be happy to talk to you, and maybe he'll reveal something.
That won't be a problem. I've drunk so much wine, I know all about it.
Excellent. But I also have this clever book all about wine by Buschek of Velhatitze. I'm sure you'll learn a thing or two from it.
The book might come in handy. Can I borrow it?
When I said I have it, that wasn't, entirely accurate.
What's the truth then?
The book belongs to me, but I lent it to someone, and she hasn't given it back yet. Miss Adleta Manliker should have it. I lent it to her during our, let's call it our friendship, which has come to an end.
If it's awkward for you to go to her, I'll sort it out.
It won't be that simple. Adleta used to have rather more friends than might be expected of a respectable young woman. But her family's patience ran out, so they arranged her marriage and put an end to her dalliances. Since then, Adleta has been confined to her room and guarded like the crown jewels.
And you want me to break in?
Well, yes. Master Swordsmith Manlicher has a house in Lethlilskar Street. Adleta is either locked in her room or walks in the gardens behind the Italian court, where she is guarded by her brother. The Manlichers don't want any more problems.
It doesn't matter. I'll find a way to get the book back.
Great! Any more questions?
Do you have any idea what this secret might be?
They're monks, so it could be anything. Maybe they put the crushed up bones of saints in it, or they sing hymns to the wine. How should I know?
Do you really think Havel would just tell me the secret? You don't even know if he actually knows it. Or it might just be a rumor.
Havel really is a bit thick. Either the monks have a secret and Havel will tell you, or there's no secret and Havel will confirm it.
I'll get right on it then.
Excellent. And don't forget, making an impression is the main thing. You look like you can handle it. Good luck. Take care.
Good afternoon.
I'd like to go into the gardens. Why are you on guard here?
I'm afraid my sister is resting in the gardens and doesn't wish to be disturbed.
That's a very fine sword you have, Goodman.
And so it should be. It was made by my father, a master swordsmith.
Well, you can tell it's perfectly balanced at first glance. I may not be able to see the blade, but the way the hilt is fitted is clearly the work of a master craftsman.
It seems you know your stuff, good man.
I'm an apprentice swordsmith.
For someone from Kuttenberg? I'm surprised I haven't seen you before.
No, my master is Martin Menschy from Prague. We're just traveling north. My master wants to deliver a piece in person.
You don't say. Master Menschy is in Kuttenberg? Do you think I could talk to him? I admire his work, and so does my father.
Of course. Come to the Hangman's Halter Tavern. My master will be pleased to have company.
Thanks. If you want to enter the gardens, go ahead. Just keep away from my sister. My father has forbidden her to speak to men.
Don't worry. I'll give you my word as a swordsmith.
Bis bald, mein Herr.
Are you Miss Adleta?
That's me. And what is your name, you handsome fellow?
Henry.
A nice name. But I have to warn you, I won't be a miss for much longer. Seeing you here makes me regret that a little, though.
Pleasure's all mine. I'm here on behalf of Caspar Rudolph. It's about the book he lent you.
Caspar? Oh, the poor thing got a proper hiding from my father. How is he?
His vineyards aren't bringing in much, and he's generally not doing too well. That's why I'm here, in fact. Bushek's book may not be the most precious manuscript in the world, but it'll help Caspar.
When we were friends, he gifted me that book. There was no mention of it being on loan, and now he wants it back all of a sudden?
I could buy it from you.
Henry, I have everything I could possibly want, and I don't need your coin. My father buys me everything I ask for.
Not everything can be bought.
Go on.
You can't buy love, or friendship. What if we became friends, as you're fond of saying?
But it's not that easy to become a friend of mine. First, you need to impress me somehow.
I could write a poem for you.
Love poetry. I have to warn you that my taste is rather refined.
One stolen glance, tender and true, captured my heart, beholden to you. Your beauty and grace, like flowers in spring, as the rising sun, you make the birds sing.
That wasn't bad, good man. You have talent. You deserve a reward.
I'd like to take Caspar's book now.
Of course. That's what you came for, isn't it?
How about a kiss?
Here, now? In broad daylight?
Why not? We're alone here.
That's what you think. I don't want to make my family angry. And it would be a pity if you came to harm as well.
So you don't want...
If the circumstances were different, who knows? But your charming courtship has made me happy.
I have the book, so I'll be off.
Farewell, Henry. Never forget me.
Oh! Wine! Try some wine from the Kuttenberg vineyards. Hey, a taste that will caress your...
May God give you health, sir.
You silly dog. Heads. Hedge. Not giving you a second.
My God! So long.
Pavel, the owner of the local inn, I assume?
That I am. How can I help you?
When I asked where I should go in this city for good wine, your inn was recommended.
You've come to the right place. You won't find better wine in this city. Have you come from far away?
Very far, Goodman. I'm Henry, and I rarely hear my name spoken in my native tongue.
You don't say. Where's the last place you were?
Why is this all
I did a lot of traveling in Italy, from north to south.
Wonderful. It's not often I get the chance to talk to someone so well-traveled. It'd be nice to have someone to discuss the drink of kings with.
An invitation I can't refuse. Thank you.
Well, good man, how shall we begin our tasting? Ah, I know. How about a little white to begin with?
Excellent.
So, what do you say to that?
Hints of vanilla, that's uncommon. And I have to say, that greenish spring colour is perfect.
You're right. A rare flavor and color tone. It's essentially a lighter wine. I like it because it's suitable for many occasions. When I don't know what to serve, I pull out a Moravian white. My father-in-law loves it. He'll be a blessed 70 years old this year, so I'm giving him a few casks to make his old age a little merrier.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. According to Galen, it's not right to give the sick and elderly cold wine. They themselves are cold, so it's better to balance it out with a warm wine. A strong and sweet red that ripened on a sunny southern hillside.
I see you're an expert in medicine as well as wine, Goodman. Galen, you say?
Yes, Galen and other scholars share similar opinions.
Anyway, let's have a cup of something else.
My thoughts exactly.
What shall we... Ah, I know. Let's have some red. How about a young Blaufränkisch from Austria? Or as we call it in Bohemia, Blue Frankovka.
From you, Goodman, anything. Pour away.
Quite a decent vintage.
A bit bitter for my tastes. But you said it's a young Blaufränkisch. I'm getting notes of black currant. The colour is dark, almost purple, but as it should be.
Yes, the color enchants me every time. Almost like drinking from an inkwell.
Oh, never drunk ink. Would you recommend it?
My grandfather used to say, "You won't know till you've tried it." He lived and died by that saying.
Uh-huh. What happened to him?
Well, The poor fella suffered from ulcers. So one day, true to his favorite saying, he tried drinking spirits to cure himself. "Burn the canker," he said. Well, he burnt it so thoroughly, he was dead in a week. God rest his soul.
To your grandfather, and his contribution to advancing the knowledge of medicine.
Tell me, good man, what's regarded in your country as the most prized Italian wine?
Definitely Vinsanto. A sacred wine. It's a straw wine from Tuscany. But it's still dry, and they say it works miracles.
Every wine can do that, good man. It loosens men's lips and women's legs. Ha!
Ah, true. Good health.
Well then, let's move on to the next one. After all that quality stuff, let's refresh ourselves with something simpler. Would you like a Hippocras?
Certainly. The better ones will go straight to our heads. And I'll admit, I do like it from time to time.
Nothing to be ashamed of. It's not easy to make a good Hippocras. Mine has an unusual ingredient in it. Let's see if you can tell what it is.
Very nice. I'd say it's mint?
Precisely. It gives a nice freshness, wouldn't you say? And there's a garden full of it right behind the tavern. I don't know where to put it all.
But it's missing some kick. I reckon your cook forgot to add something. Ginger. It's missing ginger.
But of course. The cook told me they didn't have any at the market. You have a refined tongue, good man. I'll give you that. After that Hippocras, we should have something more high class. I've got a rare Hungarian wine from Eger. Very strong and very sweet.
Bring it on. This is no time for weak wine.
My thoughts exactly. So what do you think? Good, isn't it?
Very good.
For a wine expert, you don't talk much, eh? Ha!
Well, it's not easy, Goodman. You pour me such excellent wines with such overwhelming taste that I'm at a loss for words.
I drank this particular wine from Eger at a banquet held to celebrate the new city council. Hungarian government, Hungarian wine, and Hungarian delicacies. I was so looking forward to enjoying some nice Hungarian sausages or pate, but I ended up leaving disappointed.
How so?
They started bringing out melons, apples, plums, and all sorts of other fruit. And finally, they served fish. I don't eat fish, and fruit makes me burp. So I went hungry at a feast.
Well, that's very unusual. Fruit, fish, and red wine. Maybe it's some sort of Hungarian custom.
I was so disappointed that I wanted to make myself something at home to get rid of the taste. But I was so drunk that I fell asleep. The housekeeper woke me up, and what could I tell you? The porridge was charcoal. The kitchen was like a smokehouse, and I had egg on my face. Well, that's Hungary checked off the list. What's next?
How about something local? I noticed there were vineyards in Kuttenberg.
But of course, we have vineyards and grapes from Burgundy that Emperor Charles himself had brought in. The local vintners grow some fine grapes, but they're still learning everything that comes after that. The local stuff gets diluted a lot. They flavor it with all sorts of shit, or leave it for vinegar.
Don't tell me you don't have a drop of anything local that would be worth trying.
Well, there's the monastery secret. A wine from the Sedlets Monastery. My cousin Jerome is the custodian of the monastery vineyard.
Ah. Why is it called secret?
Taste it, and you'll see.
Interesting. There's no trace of any flavor that shouldn't be there. Neither honey nor spices. Just the pure taste of wine. But there is something to it. Something I don't recognize.
That's it, good man.
Is that the secret?
Exactly. The monks add a secret ingredient to the wine.
A secret ingredient? How do you know that?
Like I said, my cousin Jerome is the custodian of the monastery vineyard, and I handle their supply. Sometimes I bring food for the workers, new barrels, tools and the like. And from time to time, I bring them a sealed crate which smells peculiar. Jerome didn't want to tell me what's in it, but when I insisted, he told me it's some kind of incense they burn in the barrels.
Really? I've never heard of such a thing.
Neither have I. But like I said, the chest was sealed and the whole thing is shrouded in secrecy.
A real monastery secret. What should we drink next?
I'm glad you like my wine. But that's enough tasting for today. After all, I've offered you everything worth trying, and now the wine is starting to go to my head. But you're welcome to stay in my tavern as long as you like. I have to say, I really enjoyed our chat. It's rare to meet someone who really understands wine.
I enjoyed your company a lot too. Nevertheless, I won't keep you, Goodman, and I'll bid you farewell.
Farewell, and if you decide to extend your stay in Kuttenberg, stop by for a drink again.
Definitely. God be with you.
Get the swill from Burgundy. Greetings. Do you need something?
I spoke to Havel.
And? How did it go?
Good. I had to drink a bit of wine to get some answers out of him, but I sacrificed myself for the cause.
And what did he say?
It took a while, but in the end, he told me sometimes crates of a special incense are brought to the vineyard, and they apparently burn it in the barrels.
What? Incense? And he wasn't just yanking your pizzle or too drunk?
He may have been drunk, but he was telling the truth. He doesn't know what incense it is, just that they get it delivered.
Right, and here's a small reward so you don't go around saying old Casper's ungrateful. But now I need you to look into it further. We need to find out what this special incense is for. We'll have to take a look in the vineyard and take some of that incense.
We, meaning me, right?
Of course I mean you. See how well we understand each other?
All right. But the vineyard is pretty big, isn't it? I haven't a clue where to look for something like that.
It's big, true. But there's a vineyard house right in the middle. The custodian lives there, as well as the workers. And it's also where all the supplies are stored. Besides, there's also a side garden where they grow new varieties of grapes. If you could manage to bring me a few seedlings, they could greatly help my own vineyard.
Where exactly is the vineyard?
A short way to the north of town. It's pretty large, you can't miss it.
How do I get in? Isn't it guarded?
The simplest thing would be to get hired as a laborer. There'll be lots of work there now that it's summer.
What if they catch me?
You have to be careful. The vineyard is closely guarded, especially at night, and thieves are punished very severely. Don't get caught.
I'm on it then.
Good luck, And take care, Henry. By the way, what about the business with the Manlicas? Did you manage to get hold of the book by Bouchek?
Yes, Miss Adletter is sweet. And she even gave me back your book. Here it is.
Ah, thanks very much. I'll try to sell it and pay off at least some of my debts. Take care. And Ella...
Are you hiring?
Us? Always. But don't be fooled. It's hard work. Days spent bent over in the sun. It's not for everybody. But you'll get a few groschen, something to eat, and a place to lay your head.
That sounds good.
I'll tell you tomorrow. For now, go and speak to the custodian, Jerome. He'll tell you what to do. Any questions?
What's in that building in the middle of the vineyard?
Vineyards aren't just vines. They need a place to sort, press, and wash the grapes. And we also need a place to lay our heads. We spend half a year up on this scorching hill after all.
What's the master custodian like?
Jerome? He's my cousin, and he gave me this job. Can't complain about him.
And the others?
I don't know, but I've never heard any complaints. You'll see for yourself soon enough.
What if I'm not up to it?
You have 2 arms and 2 legs, and that's all you need. The only thing we won't tolerate is someone slacking off. We have a lot of blow-ins, so don't expect any breaks. If you laze about for even a day, you'll be out of here. Understand?
I understand. I'll be going then.
All right, run along. Jerome will be waiting near the winery. And remember, wine is liquid gold, so we keep everything well guarded.
Don't worry. I don't steal.
I have to say that because we do get light-fingered individuals here from time to time. And now you know everything, off you go to work. God be with you, good sir.
I'm always...
Greetings. I'm supposed to report to you. I'm new here.
Excellent. Another young shoot ready to sprout and produce the delicious fruits of labor.
What?
Oh, nothing, lad. I'm just admiring your youth and the joyful energy you surely bring with you. But that's not why you're here.
I was sent to ask what you want me to do.
You'll start today. Because why wait? There are a few hours left before the velvet blanket of night covers our vineyard.
Of course. I'll get to work then.
Excellent. What enthusiasm! What vigor! As our youngest laborer, you will be in charge of the eternal battle against the weeds that choke our beautiful plants. As soon as you spot one, imagine you're King David and uproot that evil from our land forever, just as he uprooted the Philistines from Israel.
If you hand me a slingshot, I can take on Goliath.
We hand out slingshots in autumn when we have trouble with starlings. Apart from that, you'll sometimes see a sack at the end of a row. In it are clippings and bad plants, which you will dung heap behind the winery here, where their earthly existence ends in the process known as decay.
All right. That doesn't sound too complicated. Weeding and organizing a funeral for some plants.
To tell the truth, lad, work in the vineyard isn't complicated, but it is hard. I therefore suggest you don the vintner's crown, a straw hat. Do you have any other questions?
What's in this building here?
This is the winery, lad. It's the heart of the vineyard. Of course, the grapes must ripen in the vineyard and are harvested there. But here in the winery they are sorted, pressed, and poured into barrels. As soon as we put the wine in barrels, it travels to the cool and dark monastery cellars, where it ages.
Where can I lay my head?
I shall take you there right away. I have to show you where to take the sacks in any case.
Forgive me, but why do you talk so strangely?
Truth be told, you're not the first to ask such a question. But the answer is simple. Our time on this earth is too short and precious to leave behind something ordinary. And I'm quite adept at speaking, unlike other human activities. So why not at least leave behind a pleasing impression?
I wonder what I'll leave behind.
I don't know, lad, and neither do you. But eventually the loom will run out of thread, and it's up to us what we leave behind. Whether it's a plain cloth or an ornate tapestry.
I'll get to it then.
May God bless your work. On you go, lad. What brings you here? Here it is, the final resting place of weeds from our vineyard, and a vast haven for flies, the dung heap. This is where you shall bring the sacks, and moreover, after a hard day's toil, you can lay your head down in that hut over there. Questions?
Now I know everything, I can get started.
Wonderful, lad. Now, get to work. The vineyard is large and there's plenty of work. You have a kind master, eh, Mutt? Ah, excellent. Our youngest laborer returns after a day surely filled with hard work.
I did the best I could.
Lad, just because I speak kindly doesn't make me a fool. On the contrary, I didn't see you making much of an effort today.
But I was working.
That's not what work looks like. You've disappointed me. You're not a young shoot, but a stubborn weed that's blighting my vineyard. Begone.
I'll be going then.
All right, run along. Jerome will be waiting.
Don't worry.
I have to say. And now you... Take care.
What kind of grapes do you grow here?
Monastic.
I meant, white or red.
You don't know much about grapes, do you, lad? There are many
other types of grapes than just white and red. Here on the slope, it is mainly red Saint Laurent. But the white Riesling thrives here too, mainly on rocky soil. Personally, I have nothing but praise for it.
Take care, friend.
This crate smells like sulfur. This could be it.
Wine in Kuttenberg, the taste of hope. Good day. What would you like?
I'm back, and I've got the mysterious monastery incense. It looks like wood chips soaked in sulfur. It stinks a bit.
They were smoking barrels with this. Sulfur is the stink of hell, and this is a monastery vineyard.
Maybe there's another reason. The miners in Scallis used to say where there's sulfur, it's easier to breathe. Healthier air.
But it stinks to high hell.
So do many noble delicacies, and they're still delicious.
I suppose you're right. I'll give it a try. I hope it doesn't make my wine reek. Here's your reward, like we agreed, and something to read. I don't want you saying I didn't do you right.
I almost forgot. I have the seedlings.
Ah! I'm curious what they'll grow into. You've made me doubly happy, Henry. So, here's a little something on top for you. Take care, friend.
Good day to you. What brings you here?
Are you in charge of the construction of St. Barbara's? I hear you sent for a blacksmith. Well, here I am. My name is Henry.
Johann Parler is my name, from the Parler Building Works. I think that name should ring some bells?
I'm truly pleased to meet you, sir. So, what do you need? Nails? Carpenter's axes?
Close, but not quite. I need something, let's say, a bit more delicate.
More delicate, you say? And what exactly does that mean?
Oh, there's nothing to fear. Everything will be quite above board. If we are careful. You've never heard of my father, Peter?
I can't say as I have.
He had a divine gift, but he didn't get the chance to see all of his wonderful buildings completed. That task fell upon my shoulders.
Well, it must be a great honor to continue with such a great work of architecture.
Honor? A great responsibility is what it is. Imagine I make a bad decision or make a mistake in the calculations. And this building, which my father oversaw for so many years, suddenly comes tumbling down. And that's why I called for you. Construction work is going slower than I'd hoped. Nevertheless, I'm still thinking ahead. Therefore, I'd like to conceal a protective talisman among the roof beams of the cathedral.
Why is that a problem?
Talismans don't grow on trees. I know of 3 here in town, but they're not for sale.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
The first is the horseshoe hanging above the door of the tailors at the horse market. They say he once got lost in a snowstorm, and Saint Martin himself found him and brought him by horse to the town. He gave him a horseshoe as a reminder.
My word. That tailor was damn lucky.
Don't speak, just listen. The next talisman is a commemorative coin set into the cellar wall above the tavern across from the town hall. And the third is a nail somewhere in the beams of the potter's house in the Czech Quarter. They say he brought it from Sedlet Monastery years ago. I want you to get all 3, smelt them down, and forge an axe out of them that I can use to protect St. Barbara's. Putting a carpenter's axe in the truss work is an old tradition.
And no one will know it's made out of a horseshoe and a coin. Stealing, forging magical items, isn't that all a bit dangerous?
Perhaps a bit, but doesn't the house of God deserve protection more than a few burghers?
Well, if you think so, why don't you try explaining it to them? This won't be an easy job, sir. And it won't be cheap either.
Have no fear. This is not a matter I intend to scrimp over.
All right, I'll do it. If the pay is good.
It'll be more than good. Have no fear. But don't come to see me before it's done. The less we're seen together, the better. Until we meet again.
There's so many nails here. You won't miss just one.
Be careful.
and take your pick. Linen canvas, the softest linen canvas. Come and buy the finest canvas.
Be careful. It's not safe here.
Oh, braver Köter. Ganz brav.
Die besten Produkte. Ehrliche Ware. Nun greift zu, Leute. A fine day for some fine wares. Come and take your pick.
Sorry. But St. Barbara's is more
Right
in need
in
of
front
good
of
luck.
him. And next thing you know, you shouldn't be out here all alone like this.
I'll have a jug of wine.
What kind of pig will sit in here?
I'd at least leave you a groschen for that commemorative coin. I reckon that'd just make you angry.
Close to the others. It's not safe here.
This is gonna take a while, yeah? Good. This won't take long now. All finished. I brought you the axe.
Not so loud! Did anyone see you? If I have any problems because of you...
What are you afraid of? How could anyone tell that that missing horseshoe is in the axe?
Well, in one like that, certainly not. Nice work. Here's the coin. And you know what? Try and stop by and see Master Eldris, the local founder here. You might learn something new from him. Thank you, Henry. My father would certainly be proud of my work. Till we...
Schönen Tag. Was willst du, mein Herr?
Who are you?
Ich bin Menhard, ein Meister des Langschwerts aus Frankfurt. You will not find ein besser Meister for miles around, I tell you. And with whom do I have die Ehre? Who are you?
Henry. I'm pleased to meet you.
Heinrich. Sehr schön. A famous German König once also bore that name. He contributed to the founding of the Heiliges Römisches Reich. A wise diplomat and brave warrior. Since you carry such a name, I offer you a duel. You can prove you too possess the courage and soul of a warrior. And do not bring shame to your famous name. When you show me how you handle a sword, I can tell you what to improve.
Do you normally challenge people to duels on the street?
No, normalerweise nicht. But things in Kuttenberg sind nicht normal. I came from Frankfurt to teach the art des Fechtens on the invitation of your King Wenzel. But here in Kuttenberg, I have been treated with disrespect and dishonesty. Nobody cares about the king's decision. That is why I must defend my claim in another way. Where words fail, das Schwert shall speak. Therefore I issue challenges to duels. I am looking for brave men to take them on as Studenten. The rest I want to prove cowards.
Are you really the best swordsman in these parts?
Richtig. No man is besser. Certainly not the Kuttenberger Fechter, who falsely call themselves Meister. I am the only true Meister here. If you do not believe me, try me. I challenge you to a duel mit Langschwertern.
All right. At least we'll see if you're telling the truth, or just puffing out your chest.
Wunderbar. I always like a good Kampf. But the Schwerter will be blunt, yeah? We do not want to lose our handsome faces, no? I'll lend you ein Schwert, aber kein Harnisch. No armor, only clothing. That is the best Kampf.
Sure. Just training swords. No armor. Works for me.
Good. Take off the steel and armor. You can keep your gambeson and let us get to work. I am Menhard, Meister of Langschwert from Frankfurt. I am here.
All right, Menhard. I'm ready for a duel.
Gut, Heinrich. How about eine Wette?
Wette?
Wie sagt man das? A bet for some groschen, yeah? If you believe in yourself.
Naturally. We're not going to work up a sweat for nothing, right? A nice wager will bring some tension into it.
Good, good. I like your attitude. We have spoken enough. Let us do it. Na los!
That's enough! You know full well you've no right to conduct the art of sword fighting here. That's the privilege of our brotherhood.
Halt die Klappe. I am Meister of Longsword. You well know this right we have from the charter of your King Wenzel himself.
Meister Menhart, let me remind you that your petition was discussed by the town council, and your claim was rejected.
That decision was not just, and it went against the will of your king.
It's no use arguing, Deutscher. The council represents the king, and the council has decided in his name. Nicholas of Prague here is also a master longswordsman, and we don't need another. Any more than we need your foreign poses.
Right then. So I will face your Nikolaus or any other man. We shall see then who is der wahre Meister and who is just full of hot air.
Well, I'm ready when you are, Master Menhart.
No, I forbid any dueling here.
Master Nicholas, do not allow yourself to be provoked by this German cock-baiting. No doubt where they come from, they would rather hack each other in the streets than respect law and order. But here, we have more sense and dignity. If anyone is to clash swords here, it will only be when our brotherhood convenes a tournament, not when some Hundsfott feels like it.
Fick dich, du Metzgerschwein. Enough of this, all of you! The council has decided this matter, and I won't waste any more time with your squabbling.
You've infringed on our regulations, and it's not the first time. You'll pay a fine.
Scheiße. That is ungerecht. Not just.
And you will be banished from the town, so that nothing like this happens again.
Wait a moment, Counselor. You might not know it, but Menhard here comes from a noble family. His uncle is the brave knight, Alberic von
Feildorf.
Right. And as a noble, he must be tried according to city law.
Don't imagine...
Henry.
Don't imagine, Henry, that the Kuttenberg councillors are incapable of keeping order, even among the nobility. But we are also capable of prudently showing magnanimity and restraining hostility between the classes. This time we'll let it go with just a warning. You will not be banished from the town, but I warn you, should this be repeated again, it will not be overlooked.
Ich verstehe, Ratsherr. Yes.
Good. I'm pleased to hear it. Nevertheless, you have actually been conducting the art of sword fighting illicitly. You shall therefore pay a fine, to which the Kuttenberg Sword Fighting Brotherhood will be entitled for the infringement of their right, which also applies to your eloquent spokesman, Henry.
Counselor, that would be all well and good if things were as you say. That's not actually how it is. Because Meister Menhard here was not conducting any sword fighting art.
Horseshit! What else would you be meeting up here with swords for, eh?
If he had actually been conducting the art of sword fighting, but Master Menhard here was only defending his honor in a duel because I wronged him.
Yeah, that is true.
Every man has the right to defend his honor. But tell me, how exactly did you offend Master Menhard so inexcusably that it came to swords?
I mocked Menhard's sword fighting skill.
Good for you. Menhard is only a master of loudmouth talk.
Come and prove it, du Feigling. We will see who is the Meister and who the loudmouth.
Easy, Emmeram. Don't do anything you might regret later. From what I hear, Master Menhard's art is not to be taken lightly.
Das stimmt.
What difference does that make? We've got you, Master, Nicholas. We don't need another master. Or do you think this here German is better than you?
Certainly not. No man here is a better master than I.
Why do we not test each other then?
Quiet! Stop this, all of you! I've had quite enough of your comparing cocks. Menhard was sword fighting here. That's indisputable. He breached the ban, and he will compensate the Kuttenberg Brotherhood. Ende.
Such audacity! I will not pay any Geldstrafe. Und schon gar nicht to this coward and cheat. Das ist ungerecht.
Enough of this. You will pay, or get 20 lashes of the cane in the stocks.
Scheiß drauf.
Verdammt! I will not put up with such disgrace. I would rather let you have your silver.
Henry?
I understand. I don't want to go to the stocks. Here are the groschen I owe you.
Excellent. So, the matter is resolved. But if anything like this happens again, it will be the pillory for you. Alles klar?
Ja, ja, ich verstehe. Komm, Heinrich. We still have business to attend to. We are lodging in the Schenke Kaiser Karl, not far from here on Merchantstraße. We will discuss our business there.
Point.
Nicht jetzt, Heinrich. Later, ja? Follow us to the Kaiser Karl Tavern here in Kuttenberg. It is not far from here. We can talk in peace there. Und danke for standing up for uns.
You have a kind master, eh? Mutt?
Kauft ein! Kauft ein! Ich schließe bald! Kommt, du kauft, Leute!
We're closing. Last chance.
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
I've got lots. Have a bowl as well. Sound as a bell.
Jugs here, big and small. Jugs for sale. Fair prices. Fine wares.
You're always welcome here, noble sir.
Excuse me.
Look here, Menhard.
Danke, Heinrich, for standing up for us. You handled it well with the Friedusch. Schade aber, that we had to pay that Strafe. It is a disgrace. Auf jeden Fall. It is not over yet with those Kuttenberger Fechter. We must somehow compete with them to preserve our honor and glory. It is not possible that a Meister such as I can be rejected and humiliated.
Richtig. Es muss Gerechtigkeit geben.
Listen, Menhard. Tell me what it's all about. You have some charter from King Wenceslas.
Ja, genau.
Well, actually, I'd be interested in knowing everything.
Of course. Hör mal. Your King Wenzel sent me the charter and invited me here to Kuttenberg to set up a Bruderschaft der Fechter. I should serve here for 3 Jahre and teach Fechter. Then I would choose a new Meister from among them who would take my place when I went back to Frankfurt.
How come you came all this way for that? Wouldn't you be better off in Frankfurt?
Ja, aber King Wenzel promised much Geld. But the most important is my honor and my duty to teach good Fechten. The Frankfurt Meisters of Langschwert travel thus and start sword fighting schools in towns of Deutschland und anderen Ländern. And one cannot refuse an invitation from the Tschechischen König. King Wenzel promised it would all be settled by the Kuttenberg Stadtrat. But before we got here, alles war anders. Ein neuer Stadtrat. Wenzel held captive, and König Sigismund here with a big army. What is more, there was here already a Bruderschaft der Fechter, and Meister Nikolaus aus Prague came at the invitation of the Metzger Emmeram and other Bürger. Sigismund named a new Stadtrat, and they accepted Nikolaus and rejected our Charta. That is why I muss mich duellieren with Nikolaus and the anderen, to defend my guten Ruf and mein Recht. Aber they have refused, made cowardly excuses, and want to get rid of uns.
But our right remains. The Charta vom König Wenzel spricht klar.
Ja, we cannot just walk away and allow this öffentliche shame to continue.
Menhard, ich habe dis Idee. Aber Problem ist, we need a third man. Aber jetzt Schicksalsmeis upon us. Und Heinrich ist hier.
Verstanden.
Heinrich will greifen us an der Arme. Ein einfacher kleiner Einbruch and we will beat them in their own game.
What's he saying?
We need your help, Heinrich. You will have to do a little theft for us. It is an easy job, keine Sorge.
Look here. If you want me to go breaking in and stealing, you better tell me what for.
I understand your concern. I think we said it a little too schnell. It is not exactly stealing. We'll just borrow something from the Kuttenberger Fechter. We will return everything as we should after it is done. We cannot do it ourselves, because our Gesichter are too well known around here. So we have to ask you. You will not get in any trouble from this, I promise. Because we will show we are in the right. Believe me, we will reward you well. I will teach you much in the Kunst des Schwerts.
All right. I have a feeling you're in the right. And besides, you serve King Wenceslas. You can count on me.
Wunderbar.
Also zugestimmt? You will not be sorry. I will teach you many secrets of die Kunst des Schwertes. I will make you a great Fechter. Arne, lass es uns hören.
Also, es ist einfach. You must into der Fechthalle einbrechen und ihr Gildenschwert stehlen and then hang it am Rathaus.
Menhard?
Es ist so. You must break into their sword fighting hall and steal their Gildenschwert. Guild sword. They must not see you. You can recognize the sword sicher. It is surely a Meisterwerk. Then you must hang it on the Rathaus for alle Bürger to see. But no one must see you. Vielleicht it is best to go at night. Verstehst du?
I'm starting to understand your plan. The Kuttenberg swordsmen display their guild sword on the town hall to announce that they're accepting challenges, right? Except they would never do that themselves. So, we'll give them a little nudge. They won't be able to back down, and Menhard will get the duel he wants.
Exactly, Heinrich. I see you know a lot about Fechter traditions. That makes me happy.
Where do I find that sword fighting hall?
Natürlich hier in Kuttenberg, near the new gate. There, on the corner, is the Badehaus of Herr Adam. Die Fechthalle, the sword fighting hall, is behind it, opposite the small Burg on the Burgenstraße. Hradek Quarter. Du wirst sie leicht finden. They have a shield hanging up, and you will hear the swords ring.
All right, I'll steal their guild and shirt and hang it on the town hall. Klar.
Wunderbar. The main thing is they must not see you. And if anything goes wrong, do not kill anyone. That would spoil our plan.
Yeah, murder can make things awkward.
Good. Agreed. When it is fertig, come and tell me.
Praise the Lord.
Good day to you.
Noblemen shall no longer...
Viking Brotherhood, take care of everything.
You have a
Keep
kind
together.
master.
Hey, Matt.
So, that thing with your arms.
When I'm old and infirm, folks will come to me for the weather forecast.
You silly donkey.
The master swordsman Nicholas from Rome.
Aye. What can you do? What? It happens! Just watch where you're going next time.
Who's there?
Careful!
You shouldn't be walking around by yourself.
Grüß dich. Was wünschst du?
Master Menhart, the sword is at the town hall.
Wunderbar, Heinrich. Let's go right now. It will not take long before the Kuttenbergers hear of this.
Sure, I'll go with you.
Natürlich. Just do not forget to pretend you are surprised.
Fucking thieves. No, no. We can't take it back now. We'd look like fools.
Na, was haben wir denn hier? I see the Kuttenberg Bruderschaft has made a challenge to combat.
So, I see you have endlich worked up the courage to face us in public.
There's no need for mocking, Mernhardt. We've made our challenge, as you can see.
Wunderbar. Das freut uns.
Genau. We accept your challenge.
Well, since we've arrived at this point, Listen up. It's time to put an end to this bickering. Besides, it will only benefit our town if the best of the sword-fighting masters takes charge here. So, whoever emerges as the victor of your tournament shall win the right to lead the sword-fighting brothership here. That will bring a just close to this whole affair.
Bei allen Heiligen, you have decided wisely, Fridush. It will be seen that it is we who were right from the start.
No way! You can't do this, Fridush. We set up the sword-fighting brotherhood. Stay out of it.
Don't forget about Menhard's charter from King Wenceslas, Amaram. This is indeed a tricky situation, so let the art of sword fighting decide the matter. After all, that's what it's all about, is it not?
I'll remember this, Fridush. No one is gonna fuck with me in this town.
Calm yourself, friend. It's not such a big deal, is it? We'll compete honestly against these Germans, and then we'll finally have peace from them.
All right, Nicholas. Let's show them Deutschers how we sword fight here. Because we ain't afraid of no one. You want combat? You'll get it. 3 members of our brotherhood will fight with 3 of yours. Each will have a bout with all 3 opponents, and we'll see who wins the most.
Du Schwindler! You know there are only 2 of us.
I agree with Amaram's proposal.
Kein Problem, Arne. We also have one promising student, nicht wahr?
Richtig. I'll fight on Menhard's side.
Gut, Heinrich. Gut.
Ah! Just what you'd expect. Menhard making pacts with fucking thieves.
Was sagst du?
Just that. Your little sticky-fingered Heinrich broke into our sword-fighting hall.
I'm no thief, and I won't be called one. Take that back.
Or what? You'll steal my weapon and then challenge me to a duel?
You're telling the truth, Amaram. I heard about it too. Nevertheless, the duels will go ahead with longswords. But because Henry committed a dishonorable deed against the Gutenberg Brotherhood, they shall be allowed an advantage. The Gutenbergers may fight in halberds and steel helmets, and the Germans will face them only in gambesons.
Es ist nicht gut, Menhard. Es ist ungerecht.
Moan all you like, Deutscher. You deserve it.
Keine Sorge, Arne. Wir können es schaffen. Agreed. Komm, Heinrich. We must prepare for the Fechten. So, Heinrich. We will engage with these Kuttenbergers. Endlich! Danke. You arranged it for us. Aber schade that they have seen you doing it.
I'm sorry, Menhard. I did what I could. Is it going to make things difficult for you?
Yes. The Kuttenbergers will have light armor, but we must manage it. I am more disappointed that they will now know of our kleine Deceit. Aber nichts. We can only restore our good name by victory in combat.
You can count on me, Menhard. It will be an honor to fight by your side and enforce the will of our King Wenceslas.
Genau, Heinrich. But first, we must make you one of us and accept you into our Bruderschaft.
All right. Is that a problem?
Nein, nein. You must only take an oath and undergo a test. We cannot just take everyone. That is our Regel. You must show that you have some skill with a Schwert and that you will not bring us shame in the Gefecht. So we know that you will not lose your life in combat. You will face Arne here. Only with a blunt Schwert we will lend you, and with light equipment, no steel. When you are bereit, tell Arne and you may start. Well, Henry, show us what kind of Fechter you are.
Wohl, mein Herr.
So, Heinrich.
I'm sorry. Herzlich willkommen. Mein Herr, what do you need?
Arne, Menhard wants to try me out. A training sword. No armor?
Ja, natürlich. That is our rule. I will lend you a sword. So take off that steel harness and we can start. Wiedersehen.
Let's duel, Arne, so I can join your brotherhood.
So, bist du bereit? You are ready?
Bereit. Let's do it.
So,
Mein Gott, lass das!
Christ, that stinks! Ah, at least it stopped the bleeding.
Heinrich, you have proven yourself, not only with your help, but with a weapon too. I would be more than happy to let you take the oath and become one of us. We can start the ceremony right away. Just say the word.
Menhard, I'd like to join your brotherhood.
Certainly. Let us go somewhere more geeignet, so it has some class. Each new member must pay for acceptance. But in your case, since you have helped us, I will relieve you of that obligation.
Danke, Menhard.
And now, the oath. Arne will be the witness.
I will be honored.
Kneel, Heinrich. Hör gut zu. Do you solemnly swear that you shall act honorably and justly, and that you shall not bring shame upon your name or mine, or bring disgrace to the sword-fighting Bruderschaft, that you shall defend and adorn the reputation of the Bruderschaft and its rules, and that you shall heed my word in these matters, that you shall diligently train in the art of the Langschwert, and not allow yourself to be shamed in combat, that you shall thus act for the greater glory of our Bruderschaft and our martial art. Place your hand on this sword and swear.
By our good King Wenceslas, I do so swear.
Stand as one of us. Heinrich, I hereby name you my student in the art of sword fighting.
All honor to you, Heinrich. It is good that you have come among us.
And now listen to your first lesson and always remember this principle. It is not important to strike, but to strike and wound.
I'll remember that, Menhard.
Gut, Heinrich. I shall make a great fechter out of you one day. Let me know when you are ready. We will get to work and cross swords with the Kuttenbergers.
Menhard, I'm ready to engage the Kuttenbergers by your side.
Wunderbar. Let us go and tell Friedrich. It is high time we put an end to this disgraceful Schlamassel.
Today, 2 sword-fighting brotherhoods will match their skills. The Gutenberg Brotherhood, led by Master Nicholas.
Glory to Kuttenberg! Kick those Germans' asses, Emmeram!
And the Frankfurt Brotherhood, led by Master Menhard.
It is an honor to be able to show off our skill in front of the whole Kuttenberg.
The reason for these duels is the dispute over the right to run the local sword-fighting hall and the associated brotherhood. The local brotherhood was founded by Emmeram the Butcher and his associates. What they did not know, though, was that King Wenceslas had tasked Master Menhard to do the same.
The king ain't here, Emmeram is. The brotherhood belongs to the Kuttenbergers.
And since King Wenceslas cannot resolve the dispute, the town council ruled it shall be decided through a duel. So, the matter shall be settled before the eyes of the council, as well as the burghers of Gutenberg and God Almighty.
A wise decision by the council. Let the best master lead our brotherhood.
The duels will be fought with long swords. The Frankfurt Brotherhood will fight in light armor. However, the Gutenberg Brotherhood will be granted the advantage of the halberd, because Henry here present aggrieved them with dishonorable behavior.
Nicht nötig. Armor or not, we are the better fechters.
You got a lot of nerve for a young pup.
Enough of this. You will have the opportunity to face off soon enough.
Each dueler will face each on the opposing team, and whoever beats his opponent twice wins the duel. The Brotherhood whose members get more victories will be declared the overall winner. As is the law, all the necessary armor was lent to you from the town armory, and you must fight in it. If there is anything wrong with the armor, you can fix it with any of the repair tools you'll find in the armorer's tent. And in case someone gets seriously injured, the bathmaid will give them the care they need. Or Father Tobias will perform the necessary rites.
But I do not think it will come to that.
Now that everything has been made clear, swear before God. You will fight fairly, justly, and respect the judge's decisions, as well as the outcomes of the duels.
Das geloben wir, im Namen des Vaters, des Sohnes und des Heiligen Geistes.
By God Almighty, we so swear.
All the requisites have been satisfied. Therefore, let us proceed to the first duel. Master Menhart against Lindhart, the cobbler. No time to lose! Get to it!
He's fucking good!
Pardon me. Mama, who's happy with that thing?
That's one sharp blade.
End of duel!
Bandage! Quick!
Today's first victory goes to Master Menhart. Let's see if he can keep it up, or if Linhart can even the score. Get ready for the next round. For the glory of Gutenberg, let the duel begin.
What did he do? I wasn't looking through. A joy to be alive.
Be defeated,
Did I get that right?
Take that!
End of duel. People of Gutenberg, behold, Master Menhart proved his mastery. He defeated Linhart for the second time, giving the Frankfurt Brotherhood its first victory. Moreover, Lady Fortune has a difficult task in store for Linhart, because the lot drawn determined that the next fight will also be his. This time it's Henry who will face him on the side of the Frankfurt Brotherhood. Cheer for both fighters. We'll shortly see which of them will best his opponent. Contenders, forward! End of duel! Lady Luck is certainly not on Linhart's side. Henry wins the first duel. Swordsmen, get ready for a new duel. Let's see if the winner can keep it up. No time to lose. Get to it.
Useless! See that coming, eh?
What playing the singing? I'm surprised the other bloke's still standing. You need to protect yourself! Yes?
End of duel. Henry showed Linhart. Who's the better sword fighter again? That makes the second victory for the Frankfurt Brotherhood. Let's now proceed to the third duel. The Gutenbergers will be represented by Emmeram the Butcher. Give him your support, and we'll see if he can do better than Linhart. Because his opponent will once more be
walking around here like some animal.
Contenders, get to it! End of duel! You saw it with your own eyes, good citizens of Gutenberg. Menard's skill is second to none. He wins again. Can Emmeram still manage to defeat him? We'll soon find out. For the glory of Gutenberg, let the duel begin!
Yield!
Not even the illustrious Emmeram could withstand the German master's sword. The Frankfurt Brotherhood thus has 3 wins already. None for Gutenberg so far. Two swordsmen we haven't seen yet will now show us their skills. Arne the German will face Master Nicholas. Soon we'll find out if Nicholas can secure the first victory for the Gutenbergers. Ready? Fight!
Watch out. He's coming round. Zum Teufel!
And the victor is... Nein! Mit der Hilfe Gottes I will continue.
You're brave, but foolish. This will not end well for you. Yield.
Niemals. Arne does not yield.
This Gefecht is over.
You win.
You acted with chivalry, Master Menhart. But intervening in a duel is a breach of the rules. There is no choice but to disqualify you from the tourney.
How does it look?
He's badly shaken up, but that should improve in time. At first, I thought I'd have to send for the priest. But he had more luck than sense.
Was ist mit deinem Auge? Siehst du meine Hand, Arne?
Nein.
The good news is the blade missed his eye. The bad news is such a blow to the head can cause many different problems. I hope in time he'll get his sight back in that eye. But I can't say for sure. In my experience, it's in the Lord's hands.
Send for the best physician in all of Kuttenberg. Schnell! I will pay alles.
Rest assured, Master Menhart, we will send for him as you command. I am sorry that the whole affair has taken such an unfortunate turn. I will pray for your companion's health.
Danke, Friedrich. Aber what about the duels?
Beruhige dich, Arme.
Yes, that's what I came here to clarify. However, I expect on account of Arne's injury, your brotherhood has forfeit the fight.
Nein, Menhart. Du musst keep fighting.
I think it's decided, Menhart. Fortune is clearly not on our side.
Nein. I want to duel Nicholas. We will continue.
I understand your wish, Menhard, but I can't grant it. You've been disqualified.
Scheiß drauf! I will fight Nicholas, and you better get out of my way, Friedrich!
I'm warning you, Menhard. You swore to respect the results of the duels.
Verdammt!
Listen, Nicholas has defeated Arne, and Arne is in no shape to continue. So all 3 victories go to the Kuttenbergers. Menhard, you defeated Emmeram and Linhard, but you can't duel Nicholas. So 2 victories belong to you, and 1 to the Kuttenbergers. The only one who can still fight for you is Henry. He already defeated Linhard, so the score is 3-4 in favor of the Kuttenbergers, with 2 duels left.
Hold on, Friedrich. Arne could duel, but it's clear he wouldn't win. So all the victories here belong to the Kuttenbergers by right. But the only thing preventing Menhard from fighting is your decision. Otherwise, he's at full strength and ready.
That is true.
We swore we'd respect outcomes of the duels, but since there was no duel between Menhard and Nicholas, there is no outcome. So neither side can claim victory.
Wise words, I must admit.
The way I see it, both sides have 3 victories, and I have 2 duels left.
That sounds right and fair to me.
All right, so be it. So if Henry beats both Emmeram and Nicholas, you'll get the overall victory.
Gut, Heinrich. Fight for us. You are ein guter Fechter.
Also, Heinrich, our fate and our honor lies in your hands.
I won't let you down. You have my word.
Well said. I'll be waiting for you in the arena where you'll face Emmeram. So get ready quickly. Hear ye, hear ye! Arne the German can't take part in further duels due to his injuries, so 3 wins go to Gutenberg. The Frankfurt Brotherhood has won 3 rounds, but so has Gutenberg. Master Menhard cannot duel against Master Nicholas since he's been disqualified from further rounds. Their duel will not count at all. That leaves us with only 2 duels left. In the first, Henry will now face Emmeram. Let your steel ring! Fight!
What do you want?
You've no chance against me!
Christ, I'm hit! Fucking hell! Too slow! What do you want? Useless!
You're a dead man. You know that?
Christ! My head!
For the glory of Gutenberg, let the duel begin!
Fuck you! Christ, I
Just don't maim him.
Get rid of that blade!
That blade was
End of duel! Henry put on a great show and won over Emeram. Even Arna's severe injury doesn't seem to have broken the Frankfurt Brotherhood's resolve. Let's see if Henry can keep it up in the second round. No time to lose. Get to it.
Use your feet!
Ha! Fuck you! Bad luck! The blade was singing.
That's how you know a traitor.
I'm surprised the other bloke's still standing.
End of duel. Look at that! Henry remains unbreakable and undefeated. He defeated the Butcher again. That's another victory for the Frankfurters. Good citizens, wise counselors of Gutenberg, it is time for the last duel. Here, Master Nicholas will take up his sword again to face none other than Henry. The current score is 4 wins for the Germans and 3 for Gutenberg. If Henry can win, the match is over. Ready? Fight!
I've never seen anything like it.
Didn't see that one coming, eh?
Keep your distance! Long come!
Didn't see that one coming, eh? Now you're in.
Joy to behold.
I'm surprised the other bloke's still standing.
Watch and look. No, you don't.
End of duel! Up! Unbelievable! Master Nicholas is defeated! Henry is now in for a really tough fight. I can see that Nicholas is burning with eagerness to get revenge. Here comes his opportunity. Let your steel ring! Fight!
What did he do?
Use your face!
Chop him up!
How incredible and truly unexpected! Master Nicholas is defeated for the second time! Was it the doing of luck, or did Menhart make Henry a true swordmaster? Either way, victory and glory are Henry's! All of the duels we should or could have seen today are over! Now, all that remains is to settle the very matter that inspired the duels in the first place. I invite both brotherhoods to step closer. Revered counselors, righteous burghers of Gutenberg, lend me your ears one last time. Two sword-fighting brotherhoods have clashed before the eyes of God as well as yours to demonstrate their skill and settle their dispute. And it was a spectacle beyond all expectations. The Frankfurt Brotherhood secured 5 victories against the Gutenberg Brotherhood's 3. The right to run the local sword-fighting hall and to teach the art of the long sword thus falls to Master Menhard of Frankfurt. That was the task entrusted to him by King Wenceslas, and Menhard has duly defended his claim. Thus is it settled before witnesses and by God's will.
It's just like Friedrich said. The council is in agreement on this, and we'll instruct the scribe to enter the proper records of everything at the earliest opportunity.
Let this dispute be thus justly settled, and let there be no further enmity between you.
Thank you, Friedrich, for finding justice and for overseeing the matter so wisely. We would like to invite all good Kuttenbergers to come and learn.
Fuck! We built the sword fighting hall with our own money. You can't just take it from us.
As for the money you invested, you'll be duly compensated for your good service to the town. I shall see to that. And I'd like to remind you that you have sworn to submit to the outcome of the duels. Don't forget that.
I won't forget this, Friedrich. I'm done with you. Heinrich, let us leave Meister Metzger with Friedrich and go to Arne.
Menhart, I had word sent to Master Torwart to expect you at the apothecary shop on Tarmac. He's also currently hosting the famous physician Sigismund Albicus, so Arne will receive the best possible care.
Hab vielen Dank, Friedrich.
Good day, Meister Menhard. Oswald Torwart, Magister at your service.
Gut. Arne hier braucht deine Hilfe. Und schnell.
Beruhige dich. I know everything. Herr Albicus, the physician, is already upstairs preparing all that is necessary. In just a short while, Arne will receive treatment fit for a king. Rest assured.
Gott sei Dank, Herr Oswald.
Tell me about your fight before Albicus gets ready. Rumors spread like wildfire, but they have not yet reached us at Tarmac.
Letztendlich lief es ausgezeichnet. We won dank Heinrich here, and our claim was recognized. Heinrich fought for us, and fortune stood by him today. Der König himself would be proud of him.
Genau, Heinrich. Glory to you. You have gerettet our heirship.
And to defeat Meister Nicholas too? I have no words. Unglaublich, Heinrich. Ganz ausgezeichnet.
You know, Menhard, Henry of Skalitz is no easy mark.
I'm glad to hear that. Congratulations to all of you, especially to Henry, as word has it.
Gut. Gut. Jetzt noch wait until Arne heals, and then we take over the Fechthalle and die Bruderschaft. Heinrich, komm zu mir in a few days when alles fertig ist. What better place to reward you than there? And zwar richtig. You can be sure. And do not get too betrunken when you are celebrating your victory.
I will only go drinking when there's 3 of us. When Arne is all right again.
Good. We drink out of joy for my recovery, or out of sadness for my eye.
I'm sure it'll be the former.
Wunderbar. Deal.
Maynard, ich muss mich hinlegen. Ich fühle mich ein bisschen krank und schwach.
Of course. Manhart, let's get him inside. The quiet and a bit of shade will do him good.
Take care.
Danke. Bis bald.
Frankfurt is accepting student. Good afternoon. See you later.
Schönen Tag. Was willst du, mein Herr?
So, you finally got your way, eh, Menhard?
Yeah. It is a great feeling after all the effort. It is to a large extent your doing, Heinrich. Vielen Dank nochmal. In token of our thanks, recognition and Freundschaft, I wish to make you a gift of this Langschwert, which I received from my Meister in Frankfurt on the day I too became a Meister.
My word. Thanks a lot, Menhard. This is a great honor for me.
You have earned it. Do not lose this Schwert or bring shame on it.
You can count on me.
And that is not all. Listen well. I also agreed with Friedrich that we will do things richtig. In Kuttenberg, we will hold a great and glorious tourney every week. Offensichtlich, as I promised you, I can teach you the art of sword fighting from now on. I show you Meister technique of handling Langschwert. Then Arne show you the basic teachings of combat stance. Arne learned a lot from me and mastered also other weapons than the Langschwert. He has much to teach you too.
What about Arne? How's he doing?
Gut, Heinrich. Gut. The local apothecary and physician Albicus did an excellent job. Arne's eye all right. His sight come back. Only scar remain. Gott sei Dank.
I'm glad to hear that. The art of sword fighting, you say? What kind of things can you teach me?
Alles. Langschwert and other weapons. Meisterschläge and technique. Or just practicing combat. Wie du willst.
I'd love to learn from you. When can we start?
Good. I am glad to hear it. We can start when you want. The first lesson I can give you now. Do not be proud. Be modest. Pride will come back to haunt you in Gefecht and in life. Remember that auch. And since you are in our Bruderschaft, I will teach you one echt Meistertechnik that no one else here knows. You only have to ask.
A tourney? That sounds good. It will be here in the city.
Genau. It will be by the walls near to our Fechthalle, one time each week. Always with Langschwert, sword and shield and free combat in heavy armor. If you want to join, come to me. I write you down and tell you more about it. It will be good practice for you, and you can also gain good rewards and glory.
Thanks for everything, Menhard. I'll certainly come and see you sometime.
Good. One last thing. If you are in need of a bed, you can sleep in the loft of our Fechthalle. Bis bald, mein Freund.